2022 Salde Photography Club of Dimapur Khanba first Nagaland Photography Festival organized in Mandeville Garden Day. This year, 2023 Photography Club of Dimapur Khanba second Nagaland Photography Festival under the theme The Power of Image. Aji day 13 September day PCD Khanba the press conference Paris Cafe opposite to Metro Hospital. We do press conference
I, on behalf of the organizing committee of the second Nagaland Photography Festival, take the honor and privilege to announce our upcoming festival, which would be held on the 22nd and 23rd of September 2023, and which aims to showcase the rich culture, heritage, natural beauty, and artistic talent of Nagaland through the medium of photography. The festival, which is scheduled to take place in September end, is the venue would be at Mandeville Gardens, Dimapur. It will bring together photographers, artists, enthusiasts, and visitors from across the region, fostering creative exchange and promoting the diverse photographic community in Nagaland through various exhibitions, panel discussions, and interactive sessions. The festival most importantly seeks to encourage artistic expression, inspire young talent, and stimulate cultural dialogue.
In supplement to what our president have already said, we started this festival with three main reasons, why we are organizing this festival is firstly, we want to promote Nagaland. We want to bring Nagaland into the map of world photography. Because as we all know, Nagaland, there are many places where it is yet to be explored. So we want to bring in other international photographers, and all through this festival, we are planning to make it in the later stage. We will be going national and internationally. So we want to bring in the international photographers where we can promote tourism also for the Naga. And then secondly is we want to encourage youngsters that photography can also be taken up as a profession. So we are looking into life skill thing. And thirdly is that we want to set up a proper photography institute in Nagaland, because many people those who are interested in photography or filmmaking, they go outside the state to pursue further studies. But wherein we are also planning to start up a proper institute so that people from outside the state can also come in and then learn from us.
Prior to organizing this photography festival, we have also, from our own individual capacity, in the capacity of the Photography Club in Dimapur, we have organized a small trip in the form of Discover Nagaland. So we have been doing that in order to promote our state. This is how it has culminated, and we celebrated the first photography festival Nagaland last year, and this is the continuation of last year's event. And this is just the beginning, I would say. And there's more activities and more events to come up. So we're thankful.
And also, this is not just for the photographers, but for everyone. It's going to be family friendly. I think not just photographer, but everyone will come and have a good family time.
And for entrepreneur also.
There will be stalls, so it will be a good opportunity for the entrepreneurs, right?
And we are also expecting all the international camera companies to come and participate in this event. We are expecting all the international camera companies to participate in our event.
Like Canon, Nikon,
Sony,
Fuji.
Panasonic, and the mix here.
The event will be as it is like last year. There will be music, cosplay. It will be same, but the new changes, my friends have already said, there will be more the international companies that is coming up. So they will be providing free servicing, and then there will be workshops on wildlife, many more. And then they will be also displaying the new camera equipments, and
it will be 100 rupees per day for adults, and then 50 rupees for kids, right? Below 10 years of age.
The response, to say, was much more than we expected. We did it without much expectation, actually. But there was a very good response. Due to that, we wanted to continue the event even this year, and hopefully we'll see even more turnout. From this year, I guess, more clubs from across the state, across the region have been invited, and we look forward to having much more better discussions and interactions with club members and expert photographers from across the Northeast.
Hard and very challenging for us, because this is something very new for us, even as a photographer. But we went on working with it, and then everything clumped up together, and then it worked out in a very positive way. And in fact, the response was very overwhelming. And there were people coming to us, why don't you organize for another day, extend it? But we were physically and then mentally and then even financially exhausted. So some of us, we had to pitch in, because what we have failed to mention, but this is purely sponsorship based, and we are not dependent on government. Not that we don't want to disturb the government, nothing like that. We don't have anything against the government, nothing like that. But we just want to be like we want to set a model so that we can do this even from our entrepreneur point of view, and that's why we are encouraging even the entrepreneurs to come and open up the stalls in this festival. So we are trying to experiment with everything, and then so far the response has been very positive and very challenging. Yeah, but at the same, and then even this year people want us to extend for, why don't you do it for 3-4 days like that? There have been people coming up to us like that, but we know how we work behind the scene, and it's very challenging. But still, we're trying to give out the best for what we can.
Most of our success we have to attribute to Naga entrepreneurs and well-wishers from Nagaland itself. We are really blessed actually that they came aboard. Otherwise, we would not actually be able to arrange such a thing. We all know that arranging such an event is a very huge deal, especially in terms of finance. Even this year, it's purely Naga entrepreneurs and well-wishers who are helping us. It is something, it's a festival, yes, but then it really extends more than that. It's more like it's coming together of partnerships from people, societies, cultures, sharing cultures. So it is actually something which have to be supported by actually our government. But as of now, I mean, we are just doing what we can with what we get through the help of Naga entrepreneurs. When you talk about levels, it's like also an individual. When you look at the overall situation, we can say that we've had a late start. States like Manipur or Assam, these have been like always ahead of us, even not just in photography but even in cinema. So we've always been looking towards them to improve. But we have like a lot of talent, and some of our photographers are really world class, we can say that. But we know that to improve overall, we have to take guidance, we have to take a little bit of interaction with people who know even more. And we know the level in mainland India, outside the world, is so high. So we hope that in the future, we'll be able to interact with more people who are level which are higher than us. Because as we know, we cannot go higher unless we interact with people who have more wisdom than us. So even this time, we specifically asked the camera companies like Canon, Nikon to bring their very, very expert photographers who have been doing very well, renowned people in the field. And we hope that that will challenge our youth here. They can interact with them and gain much more understanding.
Actually, like it's still like any stereotype still in the plan. It's not yet processed also. Like we are coming up, like we are thinking like how to go about. But already like we have private institutes, like we're like our president, he have his own private institute, like photography institute, and then one of our photographer friends, like he already have his own private institute. So we are thinking like any clubbing green. At first though, I think like we won't be like asking the government support like start up with this institute, but like we are planning to go about like in a small way. And now what we are doing is like we are going schools and colleges, we are visiting schools and colleges where we are educating the students, because like photography, like in our it has become a part and parcel of life. Because even in a college or even in institute, they need a photographer like to like events kanti and capture. So in a small ways we are going educating them, and then like even the schools and the college authorities and all, they are welcoming us in a very like any open welcome. So ini itu small as in longer process, of course, we will need the help of the government, and in later stage we will go and then like we will approach the state government, or we might go and approach the central ministry also, because like they are how do I say about this? Proposal and plans because this photography also it falls under skill development also, the projects so like I have already said, in a small way we are starting. So we are starting like we are thinking of like clubbing up those institute and coming up like, and then the photography club of Dimapur will take up the initiatives. And then at first though we won't be able to like hiring those big photographers and all as the instructor and all, but like among the photographers from Dimapur only, we will teach and then later on like any process plan.
At the initial stage right now, we are still at the initial stage, so affiliated to Federation of Indian Photography. So that is the initial stage, and then we are taking everything slowly, because right now, as we say, like all of us, we are just clubbing up together, but most of the time we are busy with our own work. But that is the aim, and then we wish to carry on with this work, and then, like our brother has said, give a proper channel and then open up a photography institute where we can give back to the society, that is in a way. So right now, the initial stage, like I've said, we are affiliated to Federation of Indian Photography. That is right now, and then we are creating awareness among schools and wherever we get opportunities. So that's how we are working right now.
Railways, roadways, it's connected. So Dimapur, the main hub, because when we look Dimapur, from the other states, from the other districts also, most of the students they come into Dimapur for studies only. So Dimapur, like we are looking at Dimapur only. Like I've said, it's in a nutshell only. It's like a blueprint.
Very steppy.
Any work to be done, one has to be credible. So we need to have a lot of work which we show that we are really serious about what we want to do.
Nagaland power of image.
In fact, power of image is also the main theme of Photography Club of Dimapur.
As of now, three.
Three, not three.
Yeah, Dimapur, Kohima, and Zonopoto. Zonopoto, I think they started last year only.
Around right now, 51 of us.
Yeah.
So viewers, apni khan PCD Photography Club Dimapur la press conference upar apni khan kilishe di ami khan janibo parise that photography to festival do 22nd or 23rd September te shuru guna lole se aro time do 3 pm Mandeville Garden Berna Bazar Dimapur ba lole se aro idi ami khan janibole parise that entry fee nimide adults khan nimide do 100 rupees so aro bachcha khan nimide do 50 rupees so. Last year 2022 de tahan first a photography festival lo do bhal bhal lushi do one tahan this time be second photography festival aro idu saina jashugule the country de first of its kind ase guna bi am janu parise ede photography festival do family friendly festival hobo guna am janu bole parise aro ede bachcha khan nimi de stalls khan bi bishi thakibo aro yede festival de alak artist khan paina present kurigina entral kurubo aro stalls khan bi bishi ase bachcha khan nimi de cosplay khan bi thakibo আমি হান জানিবলে পাইছে আৰু আমি এখানে একটা জানিবলে পাৰো দ ফটোগ্ৰাফি ক্লাব ডিমাপুৰ লা টিম দ দ্য পাৱাৰ অফ ইমেজ গুণাতানি দু ৰাখা দ তাহান জানিবলে দিছে দ্যাট কিমান ইমেজ লৈ দ আমাৰ একটা ষ্টৰী কৈ দ তান ইদু থিম ওপৰতে লইছে গুণাবি আমি হান জানিবলে পাইছে আৰু ইটো ফেষ্টিভেল লা মেইন ৰিজন দ নাগালেণ্ড কে প্ৰমোট কৰিবলৈ কাৰণে আছে ইন ডিফাৰেন্ট ফিল্ডছ ফটোগ্ৰাফি ফিল্ডছ কান্তি হুবি আমি খান লা কালচাৰাল হেৰিটেজ কান্তি হুলিবি আৰু ফটোগ্ৰাফি দ একটা প্ৰফেশন গুণাবি চেক আপ কৰিবলৈ পারব আর এ নাগাল্যান্ডে প্রপার ফটোগ্রাফি ইনস্টিটিউট সেট আপ করবলে বি তান ভাবনা আছে কোনা বি আমি এনকে জানিবলে দিছি আর ইতে একটা জানিবলে দিয়া দ সিন্স ইটো ফটোগ্রাফি ফেস্টিভেল দ ইটস গোইং টু বি আ ফ্যামিলি ফ্রেন্ডলি ফেস্টিভেল ইটো কারণে ইন দ্য ফেস্টিভেল নো ফার্মেন্টেড ড্রিঙ্কস উইল বি অ্যালাউড অর নো ফার্মেন্টেড ড্রিঙ্কস দলিবি টপেকো কি গান বিক্রি করবলে মানা আছে কোনা আমি হান জানিবলে পারছে ইতে কারণে মানি ফর মোর নিউজ এন্ড আপডেটস কিপ ওয়াচিং গ্লোবাল উইন্ডো